is for ant, ant, so tiny and quick with 6 little legs. B is for bantam, 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 bantam. A tiny chicken with colorful specks. C is for cavy, 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 cavy. It's small and round with a squeaky sound. D's for donkey, 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 with long ears and hooves that pound. E's for emu, 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 a big bird with feathers but can't fly high. F is for ferret, ferret, a ferret, a ferret. It's long and wiggly and scurries by. G is for goose, 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 with a honk and a beak, it walks with pride. H is for highland, highland, H for highland, H highland, H highland, H highland. A shaggy cow with horns so wide. I is for Indian runner, runner, I runner, I runner, I runner. A duck that stands up straight and tall. J is for jackrabbit, 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 with big long legs to hop and haul. K is for coon, 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 a short little pig with a round pink nose. L is for llama, 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 with a long soft neck and fluffy clothes. M is for Muscovy, 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 a duck with a red face and quiet feet. N is for Numbat, Numbat, N Numbat, N Numbat, N Numbat. It has stripes and sniffs for treats. O is for Ossabao, 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 a wild little pig with clever eyes. P is for peacock, 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 peacock. It shows bright feathers like a surprise. Q is for quail, quail, Q, 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 quail, Q, quail, quail, Q, quail, a tiny bird with a feather crown. R is for ram, ram, a ram, a ram, a ram, a ram. It has curly horns and wool so brown. S is for silky, silky, S, silky, S, silky, S, silky, a fluffy chicken with furry toes. T is for turkey, 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 turkey. It struts around wherever it goes. U is for uakari, 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 a monkey with a red round face. V is for ballets, 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 a sheep with black face and wool like lace. W is for water buffalo, water buffalo, W, W, water buffalo, W, W, water buffalo, W, water buffalo. It's strong and big with giant horns. X is for cirrus, cirrus, X, 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 cirrus, X, 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 cirrus, X, cirrus, X, cirrus, a squirrel with a tail that twirls and turns. Y is for yak, yak, wah, 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 yak, wah, wah, yak, wah, wah, yak. It's hairy and strong with a big round back. Z is for zebu, 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 a humpback cow with a coat of